Hi, it's currently 12:22 p.m. Tuesday, November 19th. I'm having a hard time producing this video because for the longest time my head has been in such quandary that it's hard to think correctly. And I've said this many times before, but it really bothers me because I can't really carry on a conversation or narration without stumbling. And I must appear at this point to be, well, I don't know how to say it exactly, but less than adequate for most of you who are viewing my videos. Most of you have got to be keenly witted, and your expectation of videos are so high that it's probably a struggle sometimes to listen to me. And I understand that. So my challenge is to learn how to flow a little bit better so you will pay attention and listen to my videos because, folks, I have some good information you have to know. And as a senior going through the experience of a DNA ICUC, it's been a real challenge, if not traumatic. And I haven't really gotten into that, but I need to pass that on. Anyway, not to linger, this video is important because I've been receiving a string of comments underneath my videos that I produced. And I thank all of you for being nice and giving them to me. It gives me encouragement to keep going despite the challenge again. There were these last three uh, people that I wanted to respond to personally in this video as opposed to leaving a comment on YouTube. At this point also, in addition, I'm really having technical problems with my laptop, and I don't know how long it's going to stay around, and having access to the internet, and I'm not really in good shape these days. If you can see, all, I'm shaking because this guy attempted to kill me, and it's something I haven't been able to resolve, and I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to go to the police and blah 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 blah, and it gets really complicated. But it's just affecting my character. So just understand that I'm going through the throes of whatever it's going to entail subsequent to that, and just just be patient with me. It's going to take me a while to get over this. Probably going to have to go to court. Blah 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 blah. Who wants to hear this stuff? I understand that, but this is life. So anyway, there's this comment by Layers of Reality made about. Uh, I think it was video number 14. I like to annotate all my videos with the title post DNA ICUC plus the sequence number that the video is supposed to be in. There'll be videos posted by date in between, you know, a video or two, and that's something to look at too along the way. But my intent is that people look at things in sequence. And I'm doing this because if you've noticed looking at JSX videos that, well, two-thirds of them that I last recall did not have dates on the title. So you didn't know how to place, this thinking, the sequence of thinking and information where it should be. I went ahead actually and I started to find the dates of some of the stuff, and I was able to retitle the videos I downloaded of his with those dates. But I told Jay that I just couldn't do them, the rest of them, and I think somebody took over that project, and it may be this gentleman. I don't know for sure. This gentleman who has been helping Jay at J. Ara Essex Archive. It may be. I just can't recall. And that channel, or I said website, but it's a channel. That channel, everybody should be downloading everything. It's part and parcel of what I've said previously in my videos of trying to layer up your information set and archive of things that you'll need to know. And we're going to be talking about this stuff along the way if I can stay on the internet, you know. I really, really wish I could have a forum going, but I'm just not, in that position to afford that to you guys. And I know you're all hurting. That not me, not because of me in particular, but you need more information which to thrive on. I could say, uh, as as the as it being that there are no other people producing videos, people who have had their crank ups from Spiritual Foundation, from Jay and perhaps other consultants. And I'm going to talk about that in a second here, but I want to get back and talk to this really nice woman, Layers of Reality. I believe it's a woman. I just looked at the email real quick and I signed off. She made the comment that as I was stating in um, uh, video number 14, the qualities of an essential, I made that partly as a fun topic and exercise to consider for those people who don't know if they're essential or have not been cranked up. And, and the idea that you could go through and look at this list of characteristics of human beings and see where you fall as a perhaps as somebody angelic. I know it sounds off the wall, but where else is one going to go other than Jay Essick to find out whether they're essential? Yes, there's very powerful metaphysical people out there in the world, and maybe you have contact with them, but there's others who don't. So, as an example, my friend Ed Cushman, he got cranked up at age 77, thereabouts. He's currently 84. He has been a couch potato, and he has never practiced his metaphysicality. And I've been with him all these years trying to encourage him to reach out there, as Jay says, and practice something. And you're not going to get anywhere unless you think about the possibilities of what you can do and exercise those possibilities. Well, he's never done anything and to promote himself. And all along, I've always felt that he was essential. He has, based on this list, I produced as a comment underneath video 14. He has all these qualities to the max, and I keep referring to the fact that I believe, Ed, that you're essential, and it gives him, maybe consolation, encouragement to thrive. At 84, he's in really bad physical shape, and he doesn't expect to live any longer. So, from that point of view, just this exercise of looking what he could be and give substantiation that he's going to cross over being, the best person as an essential or angel that he could be. So this list is for other people then who can't have someone tell them metaphysically that they are an essential, and to just go on, with the thought that maybe there's something in what I'm saying here with as a subjective list of things that they are that they are one. Anyway, I'm I'm stumbling in my speech here, and I have no idea why I'm stumbling. Anyway, I appreciate your comment, your concern, layers of reality. I hope I answered that thought of yours. Probably not as completely as I should, but I'll get back to whatever loose thoughts I didn't add to this line of um, talk here. Next person is BeanMan25JR, new subscriber. Thank you very much. It's hard getting subscribers, people who understand um, maybe where I'm going, and you know, other people in the past who've produced metaphysical videos, they probably left the scene because they didn't get enough subscribers. And subscribers sometimes is a key requirement for encouraging people to produce more videos. I mean, even JSX, there are times he got just a handful of viewers, and towards the end now he's getting, what, 1,500 views per video, and even that's short of what he should be getting. He should be getting hundreds of thousands of views, but people like to go to those Hollywood-esque, flamboyant metaphysical videos that preach this, that, and the other. They like the glamour. They like the glamour of talking about what they're saying, and it's not that I object to this because they have great intent, but I'm pure JSX. I'm Team JSX actually. I've said that before, and I don't deviate from his philosophy, to tell you the truth, because it's the foundation, it's the basis of everything metaphysical. And probably along the line, I'll start involving more philosophies. But for now, I've got my hands full, still learning the craft of this kinetics skill, ability that I have. Anyway, thank you again, Beanman 25JR. Next would be always under attack. This is an important comment, and I'll tell you why. Years ago, I noticed that some gentleman had posted a video on YouTube asking the question, why don't the consultants answer our questions? And I never forgot that, because it was a very sad commentary on how consultants these days, not all, but some of them have let their, what I feel is their responsibility, slide away as source and not respond to people who really, truly, urgently need help. Now, it could be that these consultants are overwhelmed by masses of emails, but somehow they're going to have to figure out how to handle them, and handle them eloquently, and not refuse to answer, like what happened with this gentleman. And there is software that can do that. Software that, for example, can be used for being even diplomatically dismissive by saying something to the effect, oh, I received your email, and right now I'm busy. I'll get back to you if I can. Um, or they could, there could be software that says, get the frick out of my face. I don't have nothing to do with you. I mean, at least that's something. At least you know where you stand. But for all these people who are not getting responses from the consultants, who I believe should be responding, and in fact continuing to make videos, it's just not professional. And I think I'm gonna, well, I have it in mind to produce a video to go directly to Deanna of the Spiritual Foundation. She's a charm. She's a she's like Jay Essex. They're just both wonderful people, but she's so busy trying to conduct, the administration of that company or website, that she doesn't have time to entertain questions, and there's no way to contact her. So what I'm going to have to do is post this thing, unfortunately, on the internet, and just be direct. And I'll be diplomatic, I'll be kind, I'll be loving, caring, but Jay does not want anybody contradicting him. He doesn't want any comments because he knows what to do, and I believe that, and I support that. He doesn't want anybody in his way because he's got some business to take care of, and this business is so. Um, I mean, what are the words? My mind is in a frazzle right now. Again, it's existential, what he's about ready to do, notwithstanding the fact that the people, the elites, if you've been covering or listening to the alternative news media, the elites want to bring down the economy and the world themselves. They want to blow it up. I listen to Alex Jones at InfoWars. I don't know how long that website will be up, but I listen to that all the time, and that's tomorrow's news today. And that, the prospect, I shouldn't even say that word prospect. The event of this world collapsing because of them conflicts with what Jay's going to do. We're going to be in hold on, a mess of trouble. My kinetic ability makes me cough. It goes directly to my larynx here, and every day when I call up Ed, I got the cell phone right there, and I'm just choking and coughing up a storm. I can't. And then what happens after I cough? I sneeze. Ugh, it goes on and on. Got to talk about all this stuff eventually. Um, so the question is, what are people going to do with all this stuff about ready to take place? I've got to produce a video, if I can get to it, talking about my exodus out of California after learning that the economy was going to tank, and it did. This was years and years and years ago. I relocated to northern Idaho, and I came here specifically because I wanted to get away from the urban areas. And because of this current experience, having followed that plan, I'm telling you, an ex-urbanite going to a rural situation, it's a tough one. I, I'm sorry to say, I don't think a lot of people are going to make it out there, and perhaps even the people who've been DNA'd. It takes a lot of work, a lot of resources to hunker down, hunker in. Back in 2020, I wrote a letter that I gave to all the consultants out there that I could find, five of them, and then maybe a couple of straggler people. I don't mean that in a bad way, but people who've been cranked up, and they were like Sam Sylvain. I think he doesn't have a channel anymore. That guy is really in the fay. He knows his stuff. And I think I might have given one to him and a couple of people overseas. It's just, I can't recall. Anyway, that following summer, the only comment Jay said about COVID coming our way was, well, you better stock up on food. And he's mentioned that maybe one more time recently within this past year to remind people that hard times are coming. Well, it's more than just stocking up on food, okay? My idea of starting a channel where people could all interact, I'm losing words now. My mind is just going. I'm trying to recall the word associated with when people interact back and forth. This is how bad it's getting for me, and it could be that chip in my brain. But anyway, I have previously talked about some of the main resources one could go to for starting to strategize and figure out how you want to confront some of these major changes coming down the road. Now, Jay talks about 40 to 60% of the population just going someplace else, and I'm going, dang, who's going to take care of the substructure of this country, if not, for countries around the world? Somebody's got to man those nuclear power plants, and how are they going to do that if they're gone? Or, supply food through the food distribution systems, or, be doctors. We don't know where this is going to go, but you've got to plan for these and have contingencies for anything and everything that's going to happen. So these days I'm in a frazzle trying to figure out how to survive, notwithstanding the fact that people up here you'd think would be more accommodating to someone in the community, their next door neighbor. But no, I'm still considered an outsider, and I've been here for 12 years. What more are you guys if you're going to freak out when you see things fly down the road, people falling down on their tracks, according to Jay Essex? Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? How are you going to know what to do? Um, that book that I recommended, Strategic Relocation, that's a start. Getting an updated version, looking at all the geographic areas you can go in this country and around the world. And money's going to be near everything, I guess, at some point. And I gave a recommendation of where to go to invest your excess money into precious metals, which may be a lifesaver at some point. I didn't take up the calling for investing in Bitcoin when it was $70 a coin back in 2010, I believe. And it's because I wanted all my money that I acquired from selling my house to be used to travel and escape to another state, in this case, Idaho. Boy, I'll tell you, what a big mistake. $70, and it's I don't know what the current quote of it is, but the last I saw was $57,000 a coin. I would have been able to move to Guatemala. That would have been freaking awesome. Take part in the green movement down there. That would have been cool. So anyway, this gentleman, always under attack. I've only partly answered your question here, and I guess your question or your comment is still posted under what would it be? Video 14 or 15, whatever the last two videos were, or one of them that I posted. But what are we going to do? The only thing you can do is get started reading and getting familiar with the implication of what happens if society does fall. And I wish I could be more eloquent about this. You know, I listen to people who really have good narrative character. Like if you look at Stories on the Stage, that PBS TV special, those people are excellent. They convey information that the elocution is just so. Here I am. I'm stumbling over my words. It's just it's so convincing and it's smooth. So I'm going to keep trying and improve myself as the best I can as we go along, because I don't want people to turn away from what I have to say. And it has nothing to do with being arrogant or narcissistic. It's just wanting to get information out. And I'm telling you, up to now, what I've been conveying is just lightweight. I mean, all the videos is lightweight. When I start to get into this kinetics thing, whoo, that's going to be a tough one. How do I convince people that they have kinetic ability? Yeah, I can see this stuff, but there's only that I know of a few people who can as well. And it's major skill that everybody needs to learn. I wish Jay was around so he can give me the thumbs up, you know, that I'm right. I'm right in this. And you know, Jay's the headmaster of this, you know, metaphysical education, I believe. But yeah, some people can chip in a few things, you know, and that's what we're supposed to do. That's what he says. He has been asking us to be teachers of other people, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to pass on my legacy to you guys, and I know I keep repeating myself, but in all my videos, little bits and pieces along the way. But for those people who are just going to dive in and look at one video that's not from the beginning of my sequence of videos, then they'll start to get on track. They'll start to be familiar with what I'm saying, or have been saying, and will be continuing to say, and it will be ingrained in them, hopefully. And that's a big expectation, isn't it? And I'm a nobody. You know, the way I feel as a nobody, which is another topic I had to talk about. Um, I was I was kidnapped by the SSP, and I was kidnapped when I was a toddler. And you don't think that has a lot to do with fracturing the mind? My whole life has been spent trying to get over this stuff, and it's really hard, folks. Uh, and boy, that's a video there. I Anyway, what else can I say to Always Under Attack? What people have to also do is realize they have to be contributory too. If you've been cranked up, it's about time you posted something, anything, a short video, 30-second videos, you know, talking about this or that, or saying, I can talk to frogs. I mean, that's something. At least it's a little bit of insight of what possibility exists out there for others to investigate. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not saying I'm the be all of all my metaphysicality. It's just that I might spirit you, people listening to me, in some direct, maybe a different direction, into exploring something that makes sense to them, or that feels like a possibility that they may achieve or benefit from. And you know, as an example, I might have mentioned this before, and I'm not trying to down Alexis the Stargazer. That guy is way out there. He is Source, and he's one of Jay's best friends, I believe. And he talks about stuff that just doesn't make sense to me. And I can't tell whether it's me being dumb or me just not catching on to his drift. Sometimes people talk, but it's what they mean behind the talk that one should listen to. Like Aya, Monique Pena, and her channel Metaphysical Awakening. That channel I cannot get, and I've talked about this before. I can't get it on YouTube other than by going through Era. I always mix that middle name up. Era XX Archive. I think a link to her channel videos are there. She, that woman is sharp, but you gotta really tune in and listen to what she has to say. No consultant, no person offering videos online are going to say everything that you need to know about ramping up your metaphysicality. And you people are looking for information, but I'm telling you, it's all in there. If there was to be no more consultants out there, no more books, no more videos to look at, you can do it. You can awaken and evolve your metaphysicality just by sitting down, as Jay says, and Bershu Honor said, just feeling inside of you what's there. It's the flurry of life that's distracting. Watching TV, drinking sugar, like I just did. Bad news there. That is distracting, so you can't feel that stuff evolving, erupting in you, and coming out. And I'm telling you, man, I learned more by just sitting in my lazy boy chair. And how long am I going? 27 minutes. I got to end this. I learn more at night by just turning off all the lights and TV and whatever, and I just sit there and I feel. And for me, the feeling is release. Not, I don't. I'm personally biased against um, just sitting there and feeling myself. Meditating is the word. And I know there's all different types of meditation, but for me, it's more of a feeling myself, getting centered there, and then flowing outwards. And it's that process that has gotten me to cure my peripheral neuropathy. The topic of metaphysical change, or of physical changes, is coming up in a video. Maybe I can get it done between now and the 26th, which would be, no, probably sooner. Maybe this coming Friday, whatever that is, the 22nd of November. And this is incredible. Over 50% of the people out there who have diabetes, which I have, get peripheral neuropathy. And they're going to all these clinics and they're getting, devices. I've got a device I want to show people in a video. What you buy for freaking $1,000. I got it for like $350 off of YouTube. You go to the company and they charge you $1,000 to hook this thing up to your feet to re-energize or get your nerves built up again. Right now they're, well, anyway, I don't want to get off on a rant there, but what else can I say other than I can't, in summary, I can't um, have a channel where we all converse. And again, I'm forgetting that word. God, I hate getting old. I hate getting old, but you know what I'm talking about. And you have to do it on your own, and don't expect anybody else to maybe help you. unfortunately. Now, oh, there is one lady. I forget her first name. I did a hard drive dump of everything on this laptop, so I don't have, I mean, no information on this website other than a couple videos. I don't have her name. I think her name is like Sedgwick, Miss Sedgwick. S- oh gosh, I need to get that link to her. Get a consult with her. She seems to be cool. Uh, she's from Australia or New Zealand, something like that. Let's all go to Foster's for a cup of tea, huh? That kind of person. She seems really cool. I would get a consult from her, except I just got too much energy in me that I've gotten from Jay and Deanna's crank up. And then I think I got an email from Aya that she cranked me up, unbeknownst to me. I saw that email months after I'd spoken to her. She's such a fabulous gal. I don't know why Jay's mad at her. I wish she'd come back. She's intellectually compelling. Excuse me. Anyway, I'm drifting too much. I've gone longer than what I really wanted to do. It's been 31 minutes. I'm going to sign off here, and I'm going to uh, produce at least 3 more videos that I'll put up here if I can get here. I'm running out of money and running out of gas. I'm on, SSI, and so I need money to get gas to get here too. We all go through difficult times in our life, right? It's just part of living. But I'll do my best to come back and post something on Friday, if not, next time around. So thank you again, all you people who comment, and I hope you've listened to me so far. Um, there may be a few things in here that'll be of interest to you, but you have to invest your time at this point, no matter what it takes, to learn the bits and pieces of metaphysicality, I think. Anyway, uh, be good.